Hey everybody, welcome back to GWN. I'm Noctair, your host. So I've had a couple of viewers tell me that I really need to post more videos, more content, including around the builder base. And I thought, well, okay, I like doing this, so that's not too hard to do. I just got to come up with things to talk about. So if you have some ideas about things I should talk about, videos that you'd like to see, please put them down below. To start off with, I thought I'd talk a little bit about the seasons, the trophy season on the builder base. So there's a monthly cycle that goes through on the builder base that everybody competes in a tournament. And it just reset, yesterday I guess it was. So we've got about a month to go in the season. And when it resets, everybody drops back down to 4,000 trophies, which means that everybody has to take on everybody regardless of where they used to be in the rankings. And I'm no different. Since I now have a fully maxed builder base on the Noctair account, I decided to actually try pushing this season and see how I do. So I've been playing off and on today. I'm up to almost 4,300 trophies. That's not too terrible bad. Taking a look at the battle log, we'll look at a couple of these. I've got some decent wins in here and a few pretty ignominious losses as well. But, it's going okay, I suppose. It's definitely a bit of a grind. I mean, it's like 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. It's tough. And it's a lot of looking at the different kinds of bases and breaking them down to determine, what exactly should I use against this base. And whenever I see one of these types of bases where it's kind of got that big open box in the middle, I immediately jump to giants and cannon carts. It's kind of my go-to attack strat for these kinds of attacks. And this one was no different. So, I went in and I busted through the wall using the boxer giants. He had to spread them apart a little bit in order to ensure that they both hammered away at the wall at the right place. Because otherwise, when one breaks through, the other ones will stop and walk up to that opening. Kind of like what you see right here. The distance between where the giants came in at the top and the bottom wasn't far enough for them to open up 2 points of ingress in that second wall. So instead, the one set of giants just walked down to the other opening. Now, this base just threw a couple of my cannon carts outside of that inner hub, and that actually turned out to be a good thing for my attack because that allowed them to work on the outside a little bit. When you get up to playing these kinds of competitors, these other players at, maxed or near max level bases, you're not typically going to get a 3-star. Okay, that's not what you should be shooting for. You want to get somewhere in the 70 range, maybe 75% if you can get it. You've got to get at least 65% if you're going to win in most cases, because anything less than 65%, you might win, but it's not as good a set of odds. And in this particular case, you can see here, I got 79% on this one, and this was a win. It was 79% 2-star, and it won. I've been mixing it up between both the giant carts and the Minion Drops. We'll take a look at a Minion Drops replay real quick here. Let's do this one. This was an 81% 2-star that I won. And it's a pretty typical diamond base, and that's when I like to pull out the Minion Drops. One of the guys over here in Oz Builders, Ben Stark, he likes to go in on the side of the air bombs. And that's the way Bob plays over on Divergent Void as well. So, these guys are both really good at deploying the Minion Drops. So I thought, well, maybe I'll give it a spin. Usually I go in on the side that has the roaster. I thought it'd be interesting to try it their way and see how it works out. And, I get decent results. It's a mix depending upon the base and, how my timing is with the balloons, whether I get them down in time. Because when you're going after those air bombs, you really have to space the balloons right. One balloon that's off by just 2 seconds, not even 2 seconds, off by 1 second, is all it's going to take for you to lose a huge pack of beta minions. And at that point, your attack is pretty much over with. It's done with. Now, in a case like this, you saw I spaced them pretty close to each other. They did go in there. They did manage to block for the beta minions. The beta minions did manage to get into the air bombs and take it down. So this attack went pretty well. And I walk away with an 81% 2-star, which, again, it's over 75%. Usually that's good enough to be able to pull out the win and get yourself some cups along the way. Taking a look at another one. We'll just take a look at this one, I guess. 77% 2-star. Same thing, diamond base. You can see that those air bombs are up towards the edge. I like to go after them very quickly if I can do that. Right away, I start dropping the drop ships. And I keep them coming, one right after the other. And the whole idea is just to keep the air bombs distracted. I want to get those dropships over top of the air bombs so that not only are they taking on any of the defensive fire, but they're also dropping the skeletons, which can hit it as well. And then the next thing that we got was the giant cannon. And then we start to work our way in towards that roaster, but you'll notice we don't have the coverage that we need to protect us from anything else that remains. You know, we managed to get that out of the way. We got the builder hall, but that's it. We've got those firecrackers down there. And if this had been a fully maxed base, this attack might have turned out a little bit different. But in this case, we're dealing with some level 7 firecrackers, so it doesn't go against me on this one. I end up walking away with, I think it was a 77% 2-star. The battle machine manages to, bust his way in, and he's doing a little bit of damage, gets a few extra percentage points along the way to tie this one out. This is the way your typical start of season is going to go. You're going to be going against max and near max players around that 4,000 mark. For players who are running like level 7 defenses, unfortunately, you're going to typically find yourself getting smashed pretty hard by these players as they start to work their way up and break out of that lower level. But after maybe 2 or 3 days, they'll be boosted up far enough that that won't be an issue. So thanks a lot for sticking around to the end. The goal this season will be to make it up to I'm gonna try for 6,000. Okay, I've never done it before. I'm gonna see if I can get a personal best and pop that 6,000 mark. We'll see how it goes. Any comments, questions, drop them down below. Please, suggestions about things you'd like to see. Absolutely love to hear from you guys on any ideas that you've got. And again, thank you for sticking to the end of the video. I will catch you later. I'm on my way to go do some more pushing. Take care. Bye-bye.